Are you selling yourself short? And there's a hint, of course, because you might be. Okay, I'd like you to stop and not sell yourself short. And in my job as a business coach for trades and builders, lots of people come to me lacking confidence in their business skills. And when I wrote this yesterday, this script for the video, I thought, well, John, why would you come to a business coach if you didn't think your business skills needed to pick up, which, is a fair point. But a lot of people who come to me in wanting to improve their business skills kind of take it a bit further and a bit too far and think that it makes you somehow a bit deficient, less smart, less good in general, rather than just that you don't know some stuff about business. And that's not the case. I think that's my point. That's not the case. You're not deficient. You just don't know these things. Okay, people say things like, I'm just a tradie. I don't understand business, or I don't know anything about business. Or they say I didn't finish school and I did a trade. Or they say I never learned business, so, and you put yourself down, right? And you do it to yourself by comparing yourself to people who feel like they've got it all going on, who look like they've got it all going on. I'm talking to suits and doctors and lawyers and accountants and people like that, right? And even corporates. And you can let other people do it to you as well. People will try and put you down. People will try and build themselves up by comparison to you, and perhaps by suggesting that you're only a tradesperson. Everyone has this going on a bit. You're not alone in letting people do that to you. And for every successful person, and no matter how successful we all are, there's always someone more successful, isn't there, to look at and compare yourself to and think, oh, I'm not doing as well as them. I do it, right? We all do it. I look at the business coaches. I look at their marketing on Facebook and think, oh, they get more people at their events than me or whatever, and feel bad. And I have to stop myself and go, what they do doesn't matter. Just ignore it, John. All right, and there are people who will put you down, perhaps even your customers when they're in a negotiation with you and they want to either push you on price or push you on a job. So the pressure's there. And if this is happening and you sometimes feel a bit lesser, I've got a few things to say to you. First thing, you are selling yourself short because you're not deficient, and I'll explain why in a minute. And in the areas where you are deficient, and I'm thinking specifically of your business knowledge and your business confidence here, go and learn. You can go and learn and you can pick it up, right? I teach people business a lot of the time, and they're not stupid. They can learn it, and so can you, right? So here's why you're not deficient. You're a tradesperson. You learned a trade. You went through an apprenticeship. It's a difficult thing. It requires effort, it requires brains, and it requires commitment. And not many people have that. So you're already ahead there, just by virtue of having picked up a trade. You're a business owner. Only 14% of employed people in Australia, this is an Australian Bureau of Statistics statistic, I had to say that slowly, right? Only 14% of people with a job own their own business. So you're one of the 14% who are brave enough and with the get up and go to start your own business. And if you employ people, you're in an even smaller minority because less than half of those businesses, those 14%, employ staff. So if you've got staff, even just one apprentice, you're kind of in another minority of people who've got something going on. So you're not deficient, you learned a trade, started a business which terrifies most people, and you already employ people. That's why you're watching my videos, right? And here's another statistic. Only 5.2% of people who run or own a business have got a business qualification or a management qualification. 5%. That means 95% don't know anything either, right? So we all didn't learn. We're all in this position where we haven't got a qualification that somehow validates our business knowledge, right? I don't have one either. So you're not deficient, you're smarter, and you have bigger balls than most people, and you must know a fair bit about business to have got this far. And most of the other people who are being successful or otherwise in business like you are learning it on the job and by picking up experience and learning just like me. Is there stuff you don't know about business? Of course there is. There's stuff everyone doesn't know about business. Warren Buffett and Richard Branson have stuff they don't know. And there's stuff you know, perhaps about your trade, that Richard Branson and Warren Buffett and business coaches will never understand either. You're an expert in that. I'm an expert in business. We all have things we know and don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can learn business. You can pick stuff up, right? You can learn it by coming to me as your business coach and saying, help me learn this stuff. Specifically, help me learn the stuff that's relevant to my trade business, John. You can do that. It's not the only way. You can read books. You can go on courses. you can go back to TAFE and you can go to university. There's many options for you. I'm only one. I'm a good one. Now, so I hope you're not deficient. I hope you realise that you're not deficient. I hope those thoughts help you hold your head up a bit higher, because you should, right? And you shouldn't let people or situations squash you down. I don't want you to do that. And here's another comment for you. Trades businesses can make proper money, just like doctors and lawyers and accountants, right? The construction industry is one of the biggest in the world. Businesses range from small, perhaps like ours, my business is small too, to massive. Think about Lend-Lease and Tees and people like that. People make millions. You can make millions if you choose to, and if you play your cards right, you can be successful and wealthy. And kind of how far you want to go is up to you, I think. One of my clients, this is a story for you, is a high-end builder, and he recently built a $10 million house for a guy who runs a formworking business, right? So tradies, form workers, can afford to spend 10 million bucks on a new build of house. He owned the land already, right? So there's money out there to be made in trades, just as you should be rightly proud of where you are and how you've got there. So don't sell yourself short, please. If you want my help, you know what to do. Book a 10-minute chat and we'll talk about whether business coaching is right for you, or book yourself on the next Tools Down workshop, one of those courses I mentioned just before. Come and listen to me talk about the structure and framework you can use to grow your trade business. See you later.